Previously on TSR Live.
You start texting a girl, you hang out, you chat on the phone, she tells you about her feelings, she tells you about her problems, she talks about other guys she's fucking, and before you know it, you're in the friend zone. And once you're in the friend zone, you are there forever.
But Donovan, we hear about guys getting out of the friend zone all the time.
Yes, that is also true. Men who have been friend zoned, they have ended up with the women who have friend zoned them. 10 years, 3 children, 25 pounds, and 374 cocks later.
And now your man, Donovan Sharpe.
How's your boyfriend lucky to have you? You're fucking your boss. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated?
You cannot out-train a bad diet.
Never believe everything a woman tells you. She will always leave something out. You're always broke because you spend your money on dumb shit every month. If you've only slept with 5 guys, then why was it so easy to fuck you?
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 319th edition of TSR Primetime, your nightly dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. Let's get right to it. A lot of people like to talk about the things that they want. We hear people say all the time, I want to be rich, right? Or I want to own my own business. But when the rubber meets the road, they simply are not willing to do what's necessary to become wealthy or own their own businesses. We hear men and women all the time talk about how they want to be in much better shape. Girls say all the time, I want to be skinny. And guys always say to themselves, man, I want to be ripped. They sign up for the gym. They buy new workout clothes. They work out for 3 days, then they quit. Why? Well, because getting fit is a lot easier said than done. And once again, they find that they are unwilling to do what's necessary to accomplish their goals. I've talked a lot about the costs of being a man with red pill awareness, the price you have to pay to be a 5%er, the price you have to pay to live a dominant life, to be attractive to attractive women, to keep your body in shape, keep your finances in check, etc., etc. Listen, nothing comes free, guys. Anything worth having, anything that significantly improves the quality of your life, it's going to have a cost. There's always a price to pay. I've talked about this a lot, and I'll actually be discussing this at the 21 convention down in Orlando, October 11th through the 14th. Anyway, I got a lot of emails and messages asking me or telling me, Donovan, I want to have 3 or 4 girls in my rotation. Then they ask me, Donovan, what do I need to be doing to be fucking 5 or 6 girls at once? Or I want to build a harem. Where do I start? There we go. Get my lighting fixed there. Now, it's worth noting. I want to go ahead and let you guys know up front. Anybody can get lucky and fuck a pretty girl once. Any dude can be at the right place at the right time with the right lines, wearing exactly the same cologne as the ex she never got over. And oh, by the way, she's 1 day away from the end of her ovulation period, which means she is hornier tonight than at any time of the month. The stars just align, and any idiot can get lucky and fuck a 9 or 10 once, maybe twice in his lifetime. But in order to do this on a consistent basis, in order to fuck pretty girls regularly, and I'm talking 8s, 9s, and 10s, the occasional 7 if you're in a slump, and slumps are inevitable. Guess what? It's a full-time job, guys. No, you don't have to punch a time clock and work 8 hours a day, but keeping a pipeline of beautiful girls who want to fuck you at a moment's notice is hard. And it never takes you long to realize that it's just not worth the effort you're putting in. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say you're going to get tired of fucking hot girls. Nobody does. But stone cold players who decide to settle down, get into a long-term relationship, or get married, or stay with just one girl, they don't decide to do this because they're tired of fucking hot girls. They're tired of putting in the effort and the time and the money it takes. Hall of Fame linebacker Ray Lewis famously said, he said, Sundays you get for free. What you're paying me for is Monday through Saturdays. The practices, the film studies, the drill, the training camps. Football players don't retire because of the games, gentlemen. That never gets old. They live for Sundays. They retire because of what it takes to get onto the field. It is exactly the same as living the pickup artist lifestyle. The act of sexual intercourse, gentlemen, believe it or not, with a hot girl, that's the easy part. Just stick your dick in her, thrust and repeat. It's everything else that requires the effort. But like football, you don't get to play on Sunday if you don't put in the work Monday through Saturday. You don't just get to fuck pretty girls on the regular if you don't put in the work. Feminists and beta males, they hate on pickup artists all the time because we make it look easy. They throw shade in our direction all the time, talking about, you're exploiting these women by getting easy sex out of them. You're using manipulative tactics to easily get into bed with them. But what they don't know is that pickup is far from easy. We make it look easy because we're good at it. But what feminists and beta males don't see are the mornings we wake up at 4 a.m. to go work out and keep in shape. They don't see the thousands of miles we ride to stay lean. They don't see us making financial sacrifices to keep our financial house in order, which in turn makes us more attractive to women. They don't see us studying body language, reading articles, staying on the cutting edge of female nature to keep up with what motivates them. They don't see any of that stuff. All they see is a dude getting laid, and to the lay person, there's no effort involved. But tonight I'm going to show you clearly, very clearly, that nothing could be further from the truth. My opening rant is brought to you by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality kratom on the planet. Happy Hippo Kratom will give you an energy boost, laser focus, and increase your productivity, all without caffeine. Go to happyhippoherbals.com and save an additional 25% when you pay with Bitcoin. That includes your shipping. It is Monday, August 27, 2018. Had a great Redman group this past Saturday. Richard Cooper, Rollo Tomasi. Anthony Dream Johnson was not on the broadcast. He was celebrating his birthday. Ryan Stone, and of course yours truly. The Curse of the Thirsty Beta. That was a really, really good episode. The Redman group actually now has its own channel. Before, it was being hosted on Anthony Johnson's channel or Richard Cooper's channel. But we have started our own YouTube channel, the Redman group. And of course, pre-show they're always telling us, hey guys, watch your language. Let's not try to, throw too many F-bombs. What they mean by that is, hey Donovan, let's keep it cool. I do shows with O'Shea all the time, and he always has to warn me, nigga, don't make me put this on Patreon. Don't put it on Patreon. Oh, fuck it. We're going to put this on Patreon. Fuck it. You've opened up the throttle. There we go. I got to be able to see the chat screen here. Excellent. Excellent. We're actually going to do a live Redman group at the 21 convention, the day after the 21 convention ends. On Monday, October 15th. It's going to be a roundtable discussion between myself, Rollo Tomasi, Anthony Johnson, Ryan Stone, Richard Cooper, among others. All of us sitting at the same table is going to be a fucking red pill overload. So you may want to watch it wearing sunglasses. Fair warning. Fair warning. John McCain passed away. I think it was yesterday morning, or either the night before. Listen, man, rest in peace, John McCain. He was, he's the ultimate American, regardless of where your politics are. There weren't too many people that didn't like John McCain. Of course, he famously ran against George W. Bush in 2000. It was a very nasty political campaign. George W. Bush ended up winning the nomination, and ultimately the state of Florida put him in the White House. Then he ran against Obama, and listen, man, John McCain never had a chance against Obama. There are a few reasons. Number one, because of Sarah Palin. He could not have picked a worse running mate. And I think he wanted Sarah Palin because he wanted to try something new and progressive, right? He should have picked a guy like Mike Pence. He would have had, but it wouldn't have mattered. Obama was a meteor. He was a rocket ship. If John F. Kennedy came back to life and had Abraham Lincoln as his running mate, they still would have lost that election. Obama was an unstoppable force. I mean, it was a mathematical inevitability. He was going to win that. He was going to win that election by a landslide. But for those of you who aren't familiar with who John McCain, and I'm not going to give you a history lesson on John McCain, but one story really embodies who he was as a man. He was shot down over Vietnam. He ejected ejected from a seat, broke both of his arms. That's why you see that he never lifts both of his arms, because, you know, he didn't get proper treatment. And he was a POW in Vietnam. Well, he could have been released after a year and a half. The Vietnamese people found out that he was related to a famous officer of the Navy. Like, I think he was the grandson, or I don't know what the exact story is. And so they were going to release him. And he knew that they were doing it as sort of like a PR coup, so to speak, right? They were going to try to make it look, okay, we're going to release John McCain. This is going to be for public relations. But he decided to stay in order to adhere to the POW protocol, which is, if you're the first man captured, then you're the last man out, or something to that effect. I'm not a Navy guy, right? He ended up being a POW for another 4 years. So he was a POW for 4.5 years. Guys, they don't make him like John McCain anymore. He will absolutely be missed. Listen, definitely one of the best Americans there ever was. Switch gears here. Odell Beckham Jr. is now the highest paid player, or highest paid player. He's now the highest paid receiver in the NFL. Earlier today, he agreed to a 5-year, $95 million contract with the New York Giants, $65 million guaranteed. So hopefully, listen, hopefully that demotivates him a little bit. Hopefully the Eagles can cover him a little bit more, because he doesn't really have that fire. That's kind of what happens when you get a bigger deal, especially when you get $65 million guaranteed. There's not going to be a show this Thursday. So I'm going to do a show today, Tuesday, and Wednesday. No show on Thursday. I'm doing a show on Friday. So I'm still going to have 4 shows this week, just not going to be here on Thursday. I'm going to Lincoln Financial Field to watch the 4th and final preseason game. The Eagles against the New York Jets. No, listen, no one's going to play in that game. I mean, all the starters are going to sit out. So me and Devin are pretty much just going to explore. Listen, I've never been to the Link before. And she got me the preseason game ticket for my birthday. There was no way she was ever going to get a regular season game, because the waiting list is like 10 years long or something like that with all the season tickets. So yeah, that'll be fun. So no show on Thursday because I will be at the Link. JD Martinez, slugger for the Boston Red Sox, is in a little bit of hot water today because, once again, the Twitter police are at it again. So they dug into his Instagram, and 5 years ago, apparently, I'm looking at it right now, he posts a picture. It says, "To conquer a nation first, disarm its citizens. Adolf Hitler, 1933." Right? In the caption, JD Martinez says, "This is why I will always stay strapped. Hashtag the truth." Now, this is interesting because this is how stupid people are. They're such dumbasses. If they actually read the post and read what he wrote to the post, this isn't a pro-Hitler post. This is anti-Hitler. He's telling Hitler, hey, you're not going to take my guns. This is anti-gun control, right? And listen, whether Adolf Hitler said that or not is anybody's guess. All they know is that they saw Hitler and that JD Martinez says he was going to stay strapped, right? Like, that's what's going to happen. That's what he said. Now the media is all over him, and the Red Sox are, being pressured to put out a statement. This is the world we live in, guys. Anytime, and listen, JD Martinez he's the leader in the clubhouse for the American League MVP. Dude, he's a superstar. I think he's got 35 home runs, 110 RBI. What is he? He's hitting 337. Like, he's having an all-star year. He is the MVP this year in the American League. Well, what does the public like to do? Anytime anybody has a modicum of success, let's try to find racist tweets. Let's try to find out if he said something years ago. Out in this area, Dante DiVincenzo, after he had the spectacular game in the national championship game, they found out that he said the word nigger or nigga in a tweet that he did when he was like 14 years old. This is what people do. They got nothing better to do. So JD Martinez is now within the crossfires of the social justice warriors. One spot left in the TSR Fantasy League. It is a 14-team league. We have 13 teams thus far, including myself. Rolo Tomasi's in the league. Got a couple other guys. Jonathan from Modern Life Dating is in that league as well. We've got one spot left. And listen, the draft is this Sunday evening at 6:45 Eastern. That's 3:45 Pacific. So the TSR Fantasy League, we've got one spot left. We've got one opening left. If you want to sign up, Miami J is going to put his email in the chat box. And if you don't know Miami J's email, that's fine. I don't even know if he's in the chat yet. He said he's going to be running a little bit late. But shoot me an email. Go to my website. Shoot me an email. Drop me a line. And say, hey, look, I want to be in the TSR Fantasy League. I'll shoot that to Miami J. He'll shoot you an invite, and we will have our 14-team league. If you have a story about building a harem fails, or harem successes, give me a call, 914-205-5356. If you've got an unrelated question about girls, game, need advice, want to get something off your chest, you guys can hit me too. If you are a simp, a troll, a feminist, or a black woman, and you want to challenge me on my positions, give me a call. I'm not afraid of confrontation, gentlemen. In fact, I think it's an open secret that I prefer it. And of course, there's nobody on the phone line. This guy on Facebook, Adam Kraus, said he was going to call in. Listen, man, I challenge people to call in all the time, dude. 98% of the time they never call in. This guy, Adam Kraus, was white knighting for black single mothers, and Derek Jackson's a hero, and this and that and the other. I said, okay, well, listen, let's have a discussion about it. So he gave me all the lines. I actually challenged another woman to come on, and she gave me all the lines, and then she ended up blocking me. So, like I said, that's why I put the hashtag not holding my breath when he said he was going to come on. And listen, I don't expect him to come on, but if he does, I'm going to quiz him. We're definitely going to have a nice heated discussion. So if anybody's watching on Facebook or anything, listen, tag him, Adam Kraus. Donovan is calling you out. Let him know. Adam Kraus. It's ADAMKRAUSE. Tag him on Facebook. Put a link to the show here on DonovanSharpe.com and tell his punk ass to call in so that we can have this discussion like he said he wanted to have. Follow, add, and like me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just do a quick search for Donovan Sharpe on all 3 platforms. To get access to all of my content, go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. There you will find the archive of all episodes of TSR Prime Time, both audio and video, so you can listen on the go or watch at your leisure. You'll also get access to the shows I do with some of the most influential red pill guys out there. Rollo Tomasi, Minister Jap, Alpha Male Strategies, Alan Roger Curry, and Illimitable Man have all made regular appearances on my show. Now, you can watch live Monday through Thursday evenings at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific right here on DonovanSharpe.com. But if you want to be able to rewatch or re-listen, less than 17 cents a day is all it takes. If you want to support the show, but you're a little low on coin, you can still contribute. Just go to DonovanSharpe.com and shop through my Amazon affiliate link at the top of my homepage. By doing all of your shopping through my Amazon link, you'll be supporting the show and it won't cost you 1 red cent. Great way to contribute if you are not a millionaire like Modern Life Dating. I actually think Modern Life Dating is a millionaire. He might actually be a millionaire. So we'll figure it out. You guys know how that goes.
One thing I could definitely say about the one-on-one testimonials with Donovan is that he gives clear-cut, pragmatic advice.
I came to him about 6 to 8 months ago, and at the time, my wife and I were having a lot of trouble.
If you have a question about women, relationships, sex, finances, game,
a massive blessing for my relationship and my life.
Donovan answers questions, listens, and gives solid advice.
You know, some of the top things that he teaches are what got my marriage back on track. Very grateful to him.
I can definitely say 100%, Donovan's the real deal. Give Donovan a call.
Guys, if you need help with your wife or girlfriend, if you need help with attracting beautiful women, or if you need help with living the red pill life, book a consultation with me on DonovanSharpe.com/consults. One of my clients had a wife who wouldn't suck his dick. Real talk. Less than 2 months later, she's pulling down his pants as soon as he walks in the door. No exaggerations, guys. Another one of my clients got caught cheating red-handed. Like, the bitch he was fucking on the side texted his girl. His girlfriend kicked him out and took away his key. He gave me a call, and 4 months later, not only is he back in the house, she loves him more than ever. Guys, if you're not happy with your life, you gotta take the red pill. If you want to dominate life and truly be happy as a man, you've got to get a consult with me. Now, I want you to keep in mind that the more detail you give me, the more effective I am. If you send me a form that says, "Hey Donovan, how can I get laid?" Or, "Hey Donovan, my wife isn't fucking me, why?" I'm going to send you a refund immediately. Gentlemen, I need details. I need stories. I need examples. The more detail, the better. Guys, I'm like a vehicle. The more gas you give me, the further I can drive you. It's that simple. Don't be afraid to write me a novel. DonovanSharpe.com/consults. Book yours today. All right, we're going to go to the chat here. Let us see who is in the towers at TSR Primetime. Shout out to Sharpe Assist as usual. Masculion, Modern Life Dating, Red Jedi in the house, Mr. Mink, Manish, Freelance Ronin as always, General 1, Yosef Israel, Heathen Deluxe, Ordep 890, Deadshot, V-Coast. V-Coast is in the house. V-Coast, I'm glad you got the chat thing figured out. I know that you were having some issues getting into the chat, so it's good. And V-Coast has actually followed me for a while, so I appreciate you being in here as well. Excellent, excellent. All right, let's see what we got here. Senator Blue Falcon, I have no idea what that means. Modern Life Dating accurately says, never trust a woman. Very good. Modern Life Dating says Obama is a good bullshitter. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Son, okay, so Deadshot talks about John McCain's son and the grandson of 4-star generals. Okay, there we are. I'm not going to pretend that I'm some sort of political aficionado. I mean, I knew some of, what John McCain had done. I knew that he'd been a POW for some time. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say I didn't Google some of the details. So, all right. Well, I've got somebody on the line now. Hopefully this is Adam Kraus. Deadshot says he's never tried to spin plates. Deadshot says he hasn't had the need. There you go. Modern Life Dating says younger women have higher standards. Absolutely. Freelance Ronin says, Donovan, are you still getting hate mail? Listen, when I lost my YouTube channel, I didn't get, that's where I was getting all the hate. I had 12,000 subscribers between the two YouTube channels. So I was getting the hate comments and the hate mail all the time. I don't get that anymore. Unfortunately. God, that would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Biko says he changed the browser. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. 914-205-5356 is the number to call if you want to get in on the show. Let's go to the phone lines. Area code 954. You're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
Sorry, buddy. It's not Kraus. It's Miami J.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, okay. Well, listen.
Sorry to disappoint, man.
No, that's cool, man. Listen. I know this guy's not gonna call in. I was about to roast this nigga. It's all good.
Oh yeah, never.
So what's up, man? How you doing?
They never do. I just wanted to. I'm good, brother. Hey, that TRT, man, that shit's the truth.
Yes, sir.
For real.
Yes, sir.
I started it last Friday. I'm loving it so far.
Good. Okay, so go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, take my audience into. So you started it on Friday, right? What have the last few days been like for you? What changes, minor or major, or maybe it's a placebo effect? What's going on with that? What are your feelings at this point?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the way the people I've been talking to, especially you, it was really supposed to start kicking in around Thursday, but really I ejected Friday.
Okay.
And then probably yesterday morning, my energy levels have gone through the roof.
Wow.
And not just my physical energy, but my personal motivation. Like I'm the guy who I always get home from work, and no matter what, I always look, whether I go to the gym or not, I always end up trying to find an excuse not to go.
Right.
I'm the guy that says, oh shit, I need milk. I better go get milk for tomorrow morning instead of going to the gym. That's me.
Gotcha.
I haven't had that problem the last couple of days. Like, I don't even think about it. I just go. It's pretty cool. so far I'm loving it. But
good, very good, man.
I'm starting to get a couple pimples though, so I don't know if it's too soon for that.
No, listen. Here's the thing, and this is what we were texting about earlier today. When you have lower T, and Miami J didn't have low T. He just had low. He didn't have as high a T as you wanted. But when all of a sudden synthetic testosterone is introduced into the system, boom! It's gonna work. This is a bad example.
Yeah, it's kind of like going through puberty again, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good analogy. I was gonna make a cocaine analogy, but okay, let's just go with the puberty.
Oh, okay.
That's a little bit more family
I've
friendly.
never done cocaine, so I can't relate.
Oh, you live in Miami and you've never done cocaine?
Hey, don't tell nobody, but I can't get high on my supply, bro.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, see, I knew you were a fucking drug dealer. I knew you were a fucking cocaine dealer, man. Oh my god. Well, see, here's the thing, though.
I want to go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got it.
Well, I wanted to touch on you said the baseball player that had the Hitler quote. I wanted to touch on that real quick.
Yeah, JD Martinez.
And
Yeah.
that's actually why I called in. Right. I haven't heard the story, but just listening to you, I can guarantee you they're not attacking him because of the Hitler quote, right? Of course, that's the excuse. That's how they're coming at him. But the reason they're doing this is because he's pro-gun.
Oh,
see, this is how the left works.
Wow. I like that.
If it had been another Hitler quote, or if he had, said or supported the Hitler quote, they wouldn't be attacking him the way they are.
So because he appears to be pro-gun, that's why they're attacking him.
Absolutely, I guarantee it.
You know what? I think I agree with that,
especially in the media.
Listen, did you hear about the Tiger Woods thing? Like, did you hear, like, the reporter asked Tiger Woods what he thought about Donald Trump? And Tiger Woods said, listen, you have to respect the office. And everybody jumped on him. They said he sidestepped the question and this and that and the other. Yeah, right. Basically, the only thing that Tiger Woods could have said that would have placated the media is Donald Trump is the worst thing to happen to America and American history. They'd have been cool with that. But because he tried to be...
The left loves to preach about tolerance and tolerance and tolerance.
Right.
And how the right is intolerant. But if you don't agree with them, they become the most intolerant people of you that you've ever seen.
Swear to God, dude. Yeah. The left likes they like inclusion, except for when it comes to white men and Christians and conservatives. If you fall into one of those three categories, they got no time for you. And it's the same with Tiger Woods. Absolutely. They wanted him to vilify Donald Trump because he wanted to be... Listen, Tiger Woods didn't want to talk about politics. He wanted to talk about sports. And so what he did is he said, listen, you got to respect the office. So because he didn't lambast, a person he has an acquaintance with, oh, what's wrong with Tiger Woods? You know what? Maybe he likes Donald Trump, but guess what? He can't say that. You want to know why? Because now he's going to be vilified in the media.
It would have been way worse if he had said that.
Oh, my God. Jesus fucking Christ. Listen, got a question here.
They would have kicked him out of the PGA by now.
Oh, yeah. Dude, well, I don't know. They would have let him back into the Augusta National Club, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I got a question here for you, Miami J. Deadshot wants to know, how much do they have you on? How much testosterone do they have you
on? So I'm doing 250. Well, it's half a milliliter. Okay. I got the Sustanon 500, so that's got 500 milligrams of testosterone per milliliter. So I'm on half a milliliter once a week.
Perfect. Yeah, 250 a week is more. Dude, 250 milligrams of testosterone in your system. That's going to change your life. That's going to change your life without a doubt.
And that also has to do with the size that you are, and it's probably the muscle mass. I'm not a huge guy. Right. I'm 5'9", 185. So
yeah, so you're about to you're about to
do your calculations from there.
Yeah. Right now I'm on about 650. I'm actually on a I do a combination now. I'm on testosterone. Oh my God, I'm on testosterone enanthate. I do a combination of testosterone enanthate, testosterone cypionate, and testosterone propionate. Different esters. Testosterone propionate is a very quick acting ester, right? So it stays in my system for maybe a day, day and a half. So good for it's good for quick gains. Quick muscle strength and things of that nature. So I'm doing some experimenting, but again, don't do what I do unless you've been doing this for a few years. You can't just all of a sudden start experimenting and being a mad scientist, otherwise you're gonna fuck yourself up. So listen, Miami J, thanks for calling in, man.
Being on this for maybe a year or two, and then moving on to other stuff. So
okay, very good.
But yeah, man. Hey, thanks for taking my call. One last thing, guys. We need one more for the fantasy league.
Let's do it.
One.
Let's do it, man.
Donovan
one more.
And I are going to get creative on the first place and last place.
Yes, that's right. So, that's right. Oh my God. Yeah. Right. We gotta come up with something for the winner and the loser and the. Oh my God, you do not want to be the fucking loser, man. Holy fucking shit.
Oh no.
Thanks for the call, brother. We'll talk soon, man.
Have a good show. I'll be listening in. I just got home. So.
All right, man. Later. Miami J, the TSR OG. I'm actually going to be hanging out with him and Pine down in Orlando at the 21 convention. So I'm definitely looking forward to meeting up with him for the very first time. If you are watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, and you want to know why building a harem is a full-time job, come on over to donovansharpe.com to find out. Again, my Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter audience, come on over to donovansharpe.com to watch the rest of TSR Primetime and find out why building a harem is a full-time job. My thanks to you guys for tuning in to TSR Primetime on this platform. Now, Hashim says, how much is it expected to elevate your levels? That's the interesting thing, is that's one thing I've never really researched. Listen, I know that Like, I've been on testosterone replacement therapy since I was 37 years old, right? So I'm in year number 5. And the last time I got my testosterone levels checked, I was at 985 nanograms per deciliter. You know, so that probably explains why I'm such a hothead most of the time anyway. But I don't know, and it has to be, that's a variable. It depends on your genetics, your race, what your size is, your muscle mass, how your body responds.